Hey, Burger. You know what time it is?
BurtnBurger time, bitch. I'm fucking ready, dude. It's been such a long day. I've been waiting to scream at this fucking microphone. Let's fucking go.
Okay. Yeah, so, we got a lot of fun stuff for you guys today. We have, oh boy. Well, I guess before we get into that, we are on Spotify and YouTube for full episodes, and we are on TikTok and Twitter for on TikTok for video game highlights.
Holy fuck, 37 episodes in, you piece of shit.
Oh,
holy shit.
What are they again?
Gosh,
I think I run them, don't I?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the BurtnBurger Show. This is episode 37. I'm your host, Burger. With me today is my beautiful cousin, Burt. We are happy to have you guys with us today. Before we get started, be sure to check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, and TikTok. On Spotify and on YouTube, we have full episodes of the BurtnBurger Show. And then if you want a little teaser, a little tip of the cock, you can go to Twitter and TikTok. Tip of the cock, go to the talk. I like it.
There you go.
And you can get little highlight pieces there. So be sure to subscribe to us, to follow us on all of those platforms, you beautiful motherfuckers. We're trying to hit some goals so we can make some exciting content for every one of you fuckers. So, but we need you to sub. We need you to thumbs up. Let us know that the content is going good. Bam, you stupid fuck. That's how you do an intro. You don't go... so we're going to talk about, Outer World. Oh, wait, actually, episode 37. Oh, fuck. Wait, so we're on Spotify. Actually, on TikTok, what do we call them? Highlights? Yeah, what the fuck?
I've had to do this, like, maybe 3 times.
Yeah, but how many times have you heard me fucking do it? You need
36.
to start pulling your weight on the show, not just the behind the scenes, Burt. It's not called the Burger Podcast. We are the fucking Burt and Burger fucking podcast.
We are.
We need the Burt to come out again. So, in this episode, we are really going back to our roots, guys, and we are going back to them as much as we fucking possibly can because Burt still sounds like he fucking doesn't know how to read.
Yeah, I have to put my my paint chips away and really sit down and focus.
Yeah, seriously, quit huffing paint and let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So, we have, as Burt spoiled, we have a fun episode today for you boys and girls. We're going to talk about some titty time. We're going to talk about some weird history shit. Give you an update on my beautiful uncle. Burt has a story that's not going to be funny. And then we have so much shit to jump into. So let's fucking get into it. Where do we start, Burt? Where should we go?
Which
direction?
Go? I mean, we usually start with our booby time. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
I'm
down
keep
for some.
On a roll.
I'm okay with some big fucking titties. Like,
yeah,
big old boobies.
Yup.
Big old booby time.
That's what they all came here
for. Alrighty. That's what they're here for. It's like the moist meter and the non-critical movie I review that fucking didn't exist after goddamn COVID. Holy shit, that was a waste of fucking time.
Yeah, I remember you sat down and wrote up a whole script about how you're going to do it all, and then it's just like, movie theaters are closed, losers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, when they start opening up again, Daddy will definitely hop in. But they're being cunts, so you can fuck off. But real quick for booby times, for all of you guys that don't fucking know what it is, it's this really cool thing where Burt and I assign some form of entertainment to one another. Either boobies, a.k.a. movies, either a TV show, either music, a book, video games, something. And we make that motherfucker indulge in that shit. I don't know why I'm so fucking hyper. Maybe it's because I fucking shoved so many goddamn razors up my ass. I don't know. But
the adrenaline's kicking in.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're doing this at 1:45 to midnight, so I think it's all fucking Adderall that's keeping me awake right now. But
exactly.
We make each other watch this shit or listen to this shit, read this shit, and we have to do it by the next episode. There are only 2 rules, and I would ask Burt what they are, but he'll fucking stumble over his fucking words and start shoving his fist in his mouth. So the 2 rules are: you have to have watched it, you have to have played it, you have to have read whatever it is you are assigning, at least to the point to where you can talk about it, and the other person cannot have indulged in it, or not to the point to where they could carry a convo about it. So last week we had to assign E-sign, E-S-I-N,
Yes.
Essen. We had to assign each other video games. Burt gave me The Outer Worlds. I gave Burt Walking Dead Season 1, the Telltale game. We are doing this because Burt and I both have the Game Pass on the Xbox, and we are able to play a lot of games I'd like to say for free, but I'm getting charged like $15 a month for it, so it's not free.
Right.
But yeah, so who wants to go first?
I'm probably going to be pretty dramatic with mine, so...
You want me to go first then?
Sure.
Okay, so I got The Outer Worlds, guys. Burt gave it to me. I played Outer Worlds for maybe 15 minutes before I'm like, this game's fucking terrible, and uninstalled it. So then Burt made me install it again, and I played it for 3 fucking hours. I tried to cheat. I really did. Burt fucking made me play all 3 hours, though.
Yep.
And the minute, Burt, I'd like to say this. The minute I got to 3 hours again, immediately uninstalled it.
Oh, man.
Yep. You failed at this one too, man.
0 for 2.
Yeah, not doing so hot. But let me say this, though. So Outer Worlds is like this Fallout / No Man's Sky combination game. And that one girl that I've been hanging out with was watching me play it. And she's like, I love how there are no emotions on these people's face when they talk.
Yeah.
And I know that's what Fallout is like infamous for, is you talk to people and they literally just don't fucking react. They're like, holy shit, I'm so fucking scared right now. And they'll literally just have a blank face. So
Right.
I know that's Outer Worlds isn't too much different. They have a little bit more reactions on their face.
Yeah,
but other than
I
that,
thought
it's
it was a
pretty
little
gay.
bit better.
A little bit better, yeah. And you're going around to different planets and you're doing different missions and shit like that. I mean, it's basically Fallout. Now, doesn't the same company make it?
I believe they're
Fallout,
both Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's why it's terrible.
Right.
It definitely has a Fallout feel to it. So, Fallout games, Outer Worlds, I mean, games like that, they have so much potential in my eyes. But to me, they start getting super fucking complicated. So I wanted to say this to you earlier, Burt, when we were playing together, but as soon as I click on something and then it gives you a fucking Bible on what it is, and the number one turnoff for me is when there's the whole entire screen is filled with tiny text on what it is and how to upgrade it and where to find it and how to fuck it and how to give it head and to make it come. I'm like, okay, that was just a fucking magazine article I found that looks like it's just there for lore. So, thanks for that.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and you're like, ooh, is that a bullet? And then it does the same motherfucking thing where the whole fucking screen will fill up. It's tiny words. Like, I literally got to stand up from my couch, get 3 inches away from the TV screen, squint, and then read it. It's just way too complicated for me to give a shit. So,
Okay.
with that being said, every time that came up, immediately started bashing the B button. Like, don't care, don't give a fuck, don't fucking care. And
yeah, that's probably not what you wanted to do.
And this is where you insert your comment that you were telling me earlier when you were insulting my mother.
Yeah, no, when you're like, God, I just don't understand what I'm doing. And like, nothing makes sense in this stupid game. It's stupid. It was made by cavemen. I'm like, maybe that's because you skipped essentially the tutorial on how to do everything.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I can figure this shit out, seriously, but this game's a little bit more complicated for you to just start doing burger flips, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Burger Flips is the burger strategy to where Burt and I are playing video games, and we have all these people, and I'm like, okay, we have to go from point A to point B. That's it.
Yep.
I don't give a shit if there's 30 fucking bad guys standing between me and them. I'm going to start flipping burgers and just fucking run through everybody so I can complete the goddamn level. And Burt gets really pissed at me when I do that. So
Right.
I did that for Outer Worlds. It's just like, don't care. I want to play the game. I want to do this and I want to do that. So I'm guessing the game is a lot better if I sat down and read more than the first 3 words.
They're very thorough. So if you have the patience for it, it's perfect. But if not, like, it's definitely something you have to be in the mood for, I guess.
Yeah, and that's my big thing. It's just like when I sit down and play a video game, I'm not really into this complicated shit. Like I don't care. I don't mind if it's a little bit in depth and they go into detail. Like I think Red Dead 2 did a good job with that, where you had to like keep up on all of your things, and all the things that you had to keep up with made sense to me. I do think that they spent a little too much time on that. But I don't mind that, or that that I don't remember what it's called, that one island survival game that I bought.
Oh yeah.
That one makes sense because it's like, okay, in order to get an axe, you need to find a rock. Well, then you got to sharpen the rock, and then you got to make it into a knife, and then you can start cutting stuff down. And then when you get to the, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
One thing leads to another, and that makes sense to me. But when it's so many tiny little things in a fucking alien world on a goddamn different motherfucking planet, I'm like, what in the hell is going on here?
Right.
So but I do see that, though, where if I had the patience to sit down and actually take a deep breath and read everything like that, it would definitely be more enjoyable. But I am looking for a challenge with video games. I'm looking for some depth with video games, but I'm not fucking looking for that goddamn much depth. That's why I think Odyssey is one of the best games I've ever played, like an overall like perfect fucking game, because it has everything that a man could want. It's got fucking boobies. It's got murder. It's got a fantastic storyline. The acting, the writing is all beautiful. The fucking setting is amazing. It's very accurate to how things were back in the Greek days. I mean, it is a fucking great game.
Masterpiece.
Yeah, and it dives into everything, very little. Because Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a pretty complicated game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you don't sit down and read all that shit, I mean, you're going to have no idea what the fuck's going on. But you don't have to fucking sit down and take one hand on the right cheek and one hand on the left cheek and just fucking make a gaping butthole. Like, that's just not what you have to do to understand this game. That's what you got to fucking do in Outer Worlds. So, I went a long time with no ammo. I went a long time without any fucking health. I didn't know where to find it. I didn't even know what the fucking health looked like. So I'm going around stabbing these fucking heavy armor robots with pocket knives. I don't fucking know what I'm supposed to do.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, I didn't know how to buy money. I told you that one old bitch wanted me to fucking buy something for 1,000 bits. I'm like, I don't even know what a fucking bit is. So then I fucking murdered her, and then I got what I needed. I'm like, oh, didn't know you could do that in this game.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Fun fact, you can play the entire game like that.
Yeah, it's like Hitman, where you just go through guns ablazing the entire time.
Right.
It's like our one cousin that continues to throw a go route to Henry Ruggs, and for whatever fucking reason, you will not guard it, and you end up losing like 85 to 21 or some shit like that.
That's bad.
Yeah, just will not try to stop it. The motherfucker literally ran a go route the entire time. Those are so easy to defend when you know they're coming, and you just kept getting fucking burnt.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember that being really bad.
Yeah, so
not my shining moment.
Going back to Outer Worlds, I did enjoy it. I actually kind of got into it, like where I went to bed. I'm like, okay, I'm actually thinking about this game a little bit. Like, do I want to redirect power to the one lesbian, or do I want to fucking go back to the 1930s guy in the other town? Like, where do I want to redirect this power at?
Fuck that.
There's so many things
guy.
to think about.
Like the saltine pack or whatever the fuck he was.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I was like, I'm actually interested in this. And then as soon as I completed that, and I got on my ship, and then I went to the next place. Like, everything was so good all the way up till I went to the next place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck's going on right now? It just started getting super complicated, and I just had to fucking run through it. So,
Yeah.
I liked it more than the last one, the
Okay.
Shadows of War, whatever it was called.
Interesting.
I liked it a lot more, and I was into this game for a little bit. I really was, but it just started getting too complicated for Daddy, and I didn't get
Foundation is
past
too
the third
much.
grade. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my thing with Outer Worlds. I mean, it wasn't like Paradise PD or Brian's Song or anything like that. So Solomon Brian or whatever the fucking stupid fucking movie was called.
The Life of Brian, you fucker.
Yeah, Brian's Pie, American Fucks. I don't know.
American Brian.
Yeah. There we
Yeah.
go. So yeah, that's my thing on Outer Worlds. You can't be too mad about that. You
No.
really can't. You can't. Knowing me and how much I hate shit, I feel like that's a pretty decent review.
Oh yeah. No, I'd say that's probably like a. I don't even know. I was gonna say like 5 or 6, maybe like 4, but
Oh, like a 1, but yeah,
Yeah.
a high 1.
Yeah.
All right, I got my tissue box though, so get ready. I'm getting ready for you to start insulting me just because I made you bitter, you fucking piece of shit. So
So
you
this
cried,
week
didn't you?
I had no,
Fucking
I had The
cried like a
Walking
bitch.
Dead, season 1,
Go.
and so yesterday after like 20 minutes I was on Herschel's farm. Basically, I knew exactly what I was supposed to do, but I forgot some of the paths to get there. So you know when you're in the store, right, and you're like going to the front with that nerdy guy, and you're looking at your brother across the street or whatever.
Can
and
we
you're
back
like,
up to Herschel's farm here?
Yeah.
You totally skipped over. There's A, B, and C guys, and Burt literally just went from A
Oh,
to
that's
H.
because. Oh, I forgot Herschel's farm is the first one.
Yeah, it's like the very first fucking thing you do.
Oh. Yeah, no, I always feel really bad. So in this game, it's Telltale, The Walking Dead. They have this
All right,
weird
now we're going down a different fucking path.
this weird system where basically the whole game is comprised of like quick time events where it's like the zombies coming at you and you gotta like punch them in the head or whatever. And then it's mixed in with like big storyline shifts where like you can save X or you can save Y. And I fucking hate that. Not in a
love
bad
that.
way. Not like in a bad way. Like it makes me sick to my stomach. But like like you're always having to choose like, hey, am I gonna save this little kid or am I gonna save the dude? Right? At Herschel's farm you're like, do I save the son, which is like some 30-year-old farmer boy, or do I save Kenny, the homie's son, Duck?
Fucking
Who isn't a
Duck.
duck, by the way, in case you were curious. No, so
Had
they
to
get
save
Duck.
a real
right.
life human or a duck.
So I'm like, well, I got to save the little kid because that's going to piss Burger off. So I saved the little kid, and I see the dad come over and help the kid. I'm like, hey, how about you help the guy that's not getting helped right now, you fuck? And I still have to feel bad about killing the other guy. Because you, of
And he runs
course...
away with his tail between his legs. I don't know why Kenny did that. He's like, shit.
I know. He literally
Just ran
ran
away.
away. It's like, what the fuck? It's like somebody has to die.
Yeah.
And then there's like 1 or 2 in each episode or whatever of the 5 that are in a season.
Yeah.
It's so bad. So I actually took a picture of this, and those are my decisions from the first episode.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So
We'll probably just read you these guys because if you don't fucking know how the game works, then this won't make too much sense to you.
So like Herschel, he asks you because you're like an ex-convict or whatever, or you're on your way to jail. He asks you what happened, and I was honest to him. Like I play this as if it was me or whatever. I stay pretty close to my morals, I guess. And I say,
yeah, no, I ended up lying to him, and I don't even fucking know how I did. And I'm like, last time he was mad at me because I yelled or lied to him. So this time I'm going to be honest. He's like, you better get fucking better at lying, you piece of shit.
oh no.
He called Lee the N-word and Lee's
he
black as fuck. Yeah, he just screamed, "You're the N-word."
Oh God.
No, he didn't do that. I mean, it's rated M for a reason, but not that hard. But he was getting close. I mean, he was biting his fucking lip. And he's like some old white farmer, so I wouldn't.
Then there's that one time when you're sitting there with Kenny and he's like, "Hey, you know how to pick locks, right?" And he's looking at fucking Lee's looking at Kenny. He's like, "What the fuck does that mean?" He's like, "I don't know. You strike me as the urban type." He's like, "You motherfucker, Kenny, you racist bitch."
Yeah.
But no, so like, I'm looking at Kenny. I'm like, I gotta stick with this dude to the end. So I'm loyal to him.
Mm-hmm.
I give the weird old girl in the hotel the gun to shoot herself because she got bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saved Carly instead of Doug, which was the nerdy dude.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dude, I got stuck for like a good 10 or 15 minutes in the front of that store trying to fucking go get the keys to save the old guy. It's just like, I got stuck so much. Like, you're like, "Hey, so did you beat all 5 episodes?" Considering it took me about 30 minutes to beat the first one, no.
Sure.
And
sure.
So, and also the reason why I started with all this, because it's important. So I played 30 minutes yesterday. I ended up getting to like the shop or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his dad's shop. And
yeah.
I play through it today. I started at like 5. I ended at 8. And I got into episode 2, which is where you're holed up at the motel. And, oh, fucking A. You end up like, you're starving for food and you go to like these old crazy bitches who own a dairy farm, right? And I'm like, this is fucking sketchy. Like, they're eyeballing me, licking their lips and shit. I'm like, this isn't going to be good, guys.
They want to eat your ass.
Yes. And then, like, oh my, I'm just everywhere. Dude, this whole thing, I liked it a lot, though. Okay, I'm just going to get that out so you can, you know, settle down a little bit.
Wow. Way to fucking spoil it. Okay.
The whole thing was pretty neat.
And man, what about that fucking card from Clash Royale? Seriously. And then I had class yesterday and I fucking was hungry. Like, holy shit. Hey, do you want to get drunk this fucking weekend? Holy shit, dude. I fucking love turtles. It's literally what you sound like right now.
I know. I probably should have written this down. I have so much to fucking say about this. It's so bad.
Sure.
And then you're given like 4 Lunchables and you have to disperse them amongst 10 people. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do this. I was about to just put them on the ground and stomp on them. I'm like, we're all going to starve, guys. I'm sorry.
You're just going to eat all of them.
No, there's like walkers outside just feeding them crackers and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Just give them all the Clem, dude.
Yeah, and then I fed Clementine.
Mm-hmm.
I fed Duck. This is so fucking stupid.
You fed a duck.
And then I fed...
Duck's got to eat.
I fed the bitchy woman who was sitting on top of the RV. Because the way I'm thinking of it, right, is like, okay, if I feed Duck, that's going to make his family happy. And if I feed Lily or whatever, then that's going to make her asshole dad happy.
Yeah.
Nope. I end up giving the last piece to Mark or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, keep in mind, I fed Mark. Mark is just another guy. And then the dad comes over and tries to whoop my ass. I'm like, dude, I gave your daughter one. Just fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever. Long story short, we end up getting to the dairy farm. We're sitting down at the dinner table. We're chilling. Lee has to take a piss. So I'm like, because I hear
Does he really have to take a piss? I don't remember.
He's like, oh, I need to wash my hands. But
okay,
no, he totally
gotcha. I got shit real quick, guys.
Yeah. And you end up like walking upstairs, and you end up finding Mark with no fucking legs. Mm-hmm. And when I'm feeding him,
he like twisted his ankle.
Yeah, no, this motherfucker. Like they were feeding Mark to my friends downstairs.
Yep.
And I'm just sitting here like, oh, this is bad. Mm-hmm. Especially because I fed this son of a bitch my Danimals for lunch. Mm-hmm. And this, I'm thinking, I'm like, he's feeling weak, he's feeling lightheaded. I gotta feed this dude and get him ripping and roaring, right? Mm-hmm. To whoop some ass. And I see this cocksucker sitting on the fucking floor with no goddamn legs. And I'm like, wow. Wow, you really...
That's the
you're gonna
first
do
thing
me
you
like
thought
this.
of. You walk in and see one of your fucking crewmates on there, fucking Lieutenant Danning it, no fucking legs, two numbs. You're like, what a fucking waste of animal crackers, seriously.
Yes.
That's the first thing that goes
Yes.
through your mind.
Yup.
Okay.
I was so beyond pissed.
I'm sure Mark was pretty fucking pissed too.
Yeah, and then you end up, like, there's a quick time event. They're like, go stop Clementine from eating the human. I'm like, shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just dolphin dive down the stairs and feed her and everything. Or I'm like, no, stop. And like, and then I hear just this fucking, like, this clunking down the stairs. And this cocksucker pulls himself all the way down the staircase. Like, he just rolls down like a sad dog or something. And pulls himself in. It's like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
It was amazing though. And then you get knocked out and you're put in like some AC unit or whatever. And you kill the old dude. And
Did you do it or did you let Kenny do it?
I let Kenny do it. Because I'm like, I
Okay.
need Lily on my side. I've been sucking Kenny's dick since the day I got off the fucking truck. I need to chill
yeah.
out.
Told you you'd like him.
Right. And then what ends up happening is you're like, okay, we're going to be cool and we're going to go kill the bad guys. And we're hiding
Guys,
in a
real
stall.
quick, you fucking kill this old man with like a
Assault
50-pound
brick. It's insane.
Yeah, brick assault. Like you bash the motherfucker's head in.
Yes, it's horrible. And then you just see his jaw just chilling there, just like chewing on the bottom of the block. It's like, yikes. But no. Okay, so me and Kenny, we're just chilling. Kenny, keep in mind, Kenny is fucking pissed. Like, he wants to see me die. Okay, I'm sitting in... Just because he didn't let me kill an old... Or like, just because I didn't let him kill an old guy. I'm like, what the fuck, Kenny? Chill out. And we're sitting in this fucking... In the fucking pig... I'm sitting in pig shit right now in, like, a little pen. And the old...
Sure.
And he's like, Lee, you need to look out the window. I'm like, okay. And I look out the window. There's nobody there. And I close it. He's like, Lee, you need to look out the window. I open it up, and there's a fucking shotgun pointed right at my face.
Doesn't that scare the living
I'm
fuck
like,
out of you?
And then up in the top left, it's like, deflect the gun. I'm like, deflect the gun? And then Lee gets shot in the fucking head. It says, you died. And then
Yep.
I'm like, okay. I press A to continue. My game froze.
Okay.
So I went to go potty, of course. I came back. Game's still frozen.
Sure.
Restarted my Xbox. Came back. Everything was restarted. All the way back to 30 minutes when I got in the shop.
Oh.
All of my progress was deleted.
Oh, boy.
And thinking about all the decisions you made, like every specific decision you made that got you to this point is all deleted.
Yeah.
I am beyond devastated. I was actually feeling pretty good about that, and then that happened. I'm like, I can't. That's why when I opened up the game again, when you were playing Outer Worlds, you were finishing it up just now. I was like freaking out. I'm like, no, because it's like, oh, it was so fucking. I'm so sad right now.
Is it still there?
The old save, the 30 minutes where I'm in the fucking the dad's shop in the pharmacy.
Sure.
So I have to redo all of that.
Did you still get 3 hours in?
Yup. I played it for about 3.5.
Okay.
Yup.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And it all got deleted.
So, I will say that The Walking Dead has been a very buggy game. I should have told you that beforehand. When I played it way back, like when I was in high school still or whatever, I tried playing it on my Xbox 360, and when you were in that scene where you were in the house with the people when they were eating, and Lee's like, I gotta go take a shit. I couldn't figure out where to go because there was no fucking walls. It was just like everyone was like sitting in a square, and like I couldn't fucking find the steps or anything.
Oh no.
Like there was no
amazing.
fucking walls. Like the game just wouldn't load walls. Like I even contacted Telltale. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here, guys?
Right.
And they were telling me all these things that I could do. If not, I could just send the game back and get a new one. I'm like, yeah, I bought it used, so that's not happening. So then I played it on like a PS3 that I had at the time, and then it worked fine then. So it has been laggy. It's really funny too, because I have this TikTok that I want to post where Lee and that nerdy guy are talking, and it just shows their cocks.
Okay.
So it'll literally show the nerdy guy, and it'll be a close up on his hips.
I had that happen too.
Yeah,
And
and then
he's just
it'll
sitting
jump
there, he's
back
like-
to Lee's cock.
He's like, yeah, that old guy's a real dick. As I'm staring at his, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here, Telltale?
He's a real dick, isn't he? And then he'll go back to Lee's dick.
Yeah.
And then it'll go back to the other guy. He's like, so what you thinking about? And it goes back to Lee's cock. So it gets really buggy in that sense. I recorded mine, so I'll put that on the TikTok eventually. But
That's awesome.
yeah,
thought the
speaking of
camera lens was
TikToks,
getting lazy,
Burt uploads on Sundays and Wednesdays, so make sure you check us out there, because I know he didn't fucking upload it today. So
Yeah.
nice. I was really hoping you'd be like, actually, I did, bitch. Okay. All right.
I was
so
going to
Burt,
ask you what the hell was supposed to go on Wednesday, and then I thought about
yeah,
it. Literally
just
now.
upload a fucking talk, dude.
Okay.
The amount of fucking shit that I grinded out before we recorded, and you didn't even fucking upload a 30-second talk. What a bitch.
Nope.
But no. So, anyways, that was pretty much booby. Is that all you had to say about that?
Yeah, I'll probably trim it down a little bit because I basically just read the IMDb page. So
Yeah, you just read the back of the fucking case like 6 times. So
yeah.
I really, really enjoy those games. I beat all of them, and I went and I'm replaying them now. My sister watched me play all of them. She's watching me replay it too. So I played all of episode 1 too, not too long ago. So,
Okay. So this wasn't all gibberish. That's good.
No, and I knew most of this for the most part, but I definitely could use a refresher. So I'm trying to replay it as being a cunt.
Oh no, I was thinking about that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
might
trying to be
now.
a cunt.
I might now. I'm pissed. I'm gonna eat all the fishy crackers.
Yeah, seriously.
Assholes.
The big complaint that I hear about Telltale Game, though, I hear this from Andrew from the official podcast. Telltale Games, they'll make it act like you have like this decision, and then their decision literally means nothing.
Yeah,
So-
I think that the main decisions that do matter are probably the ones that I like showed you, like those 5.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other ones I bet are just a little bit different.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, there are some games or some situations where you literally have to decide who lives and who dies.
Right.
And then there's ones where you have to like take a left or take a right, and that makes a huge difference. So, but other than that, a lot of decisions you make don't really make that big of a decision. Like I really wanted to be nice to Larry, the old guy, this time around.
I was.
And the way Lily and Lee were talking, I'm like, ooh, Lee fucks Lily, I bet. And no, I watched the YouTube videos on what happens if you're nice to Larry and you stick up for him and you tell Kenny to fuck off and say, yeah, fuck Duck, let him get eaten. We don't give a shit. Larry still punches you in the fucking face
Nice.
after you defended the living shit out of Larry.
Okay.
So, like, that would have been a great opportunity for Kenny to fucking punch you in the face, and then Larry helps you up at the end.
That would have been perfect, yeah.
That would have been perfect, but Telltale gets pretty lazy with that. So, other than that, we're getting way too much into this. I love the Telltale games. I could literally talk about them for an entire episode. So,
Yeah.
that was booby time for us this week, guys. We talked about video games. We played video games the past couple of weeks, so we're going to switch it up to something we haven't done for a while. What are we doing, Burt?
TV shows.
We are doing TV time, baby. So Burt and I are going to suggest a show that one of us has to watch. As long as I haven't seen it or Burt hasn't seen the one that I suggested, it is good to go. And it's 6 episodes we agreed on, right?
Sure.
That's
Wait,
what it was last time.
But what if they're like 20-minute episodes versus 45-minute episodes?
Okay, so you're making me watch the fucking Office? Thanks, dude. I swear to fuck, if it's The Office, I'm going to lick my fan while it's on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm getting it started.
No, it's okay. But if they are 20 minutes, then what does that mean?
Only Burt could sit there and get off to fucking fan blowing.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're doing TV shows, 6 to 12 episodes, whatever, depending on the length. And yeah.
All
So
right, you did,
what do you have?
You did terrible there.
So what do you have for me this week?
Oh my gosh, that was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. All right. So okay, I have Lucifer for you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no, I forgot about it until I just previously threw up Netflix. You were like, "Oh yeah, we're doing TV shows today." I'm like, yep." I immediately went and looked. I had another one that I was going to do, but this is another one that I think you can get into. So
yeah, no, I have it on like my watch list or whatever.
yeah, and I mean, I got you into Punisher, so I mean that's the main goal.
I am almost done with that too.
Yeah, exactly. So, go ahead, check that one out. This was a show I watched the entire first season of Lucifer, and I really enjoyed it. I really did. The only issue is, it got to the point to where it got too much like, there's.
I think you said
13
repetitive
episodes.
or something, didn't you?
There's 13 episodes. That's gonna be a lot for you. It got to the point where it was like a CSI Miami or CSI New York show where there were so many little like crimes that they were solving that had nothing to do with the overarching story. The overarching story I think is so fucking cool and fascinating and interesting, but they don't really talk about it that much. They were so focused on these tiny little detective works that they're trying to do that they completely just touched on like 5 minutes each episode was the overarching story. So I grinded all the way through season 1. I really liked it. I got a few episodes into season 2 and it just started doing the same exact thing where Lucifer and his little girl that he's trying to fuck, not little girlfriend that he's trying to fuck. Yeah. I mean, it is Lucifer, so I don't fucking put it past him.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, I mean, it starts off with Lucifer and this chick that he's working with, and he's trying to fuck her, and they're striving to solve these crimes, and then they briefly touch on the overarching story, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I gave up on it. But I liked the first season. I mean, it was good. So,
I'd probably still get into it, though.
No, you'll fucking like it, yeah. So, and I know, like, season 3 has, like, 36 episodes or something. It's, like, some fucking ungodly number,
That sounds
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I could have used this last week when I was playing COD. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, new battle pass is out, so you're good.
Nah, it should be fine, yeah.
Sure. All right, so you got Lucifer. Good show. It's based off of the DC comic Lucifer character. It's not really a superhero movie, but it's definitely not based off of the biblical devil because they try to make it. They try to make it like it's the biblical devil, but it's not.
They have to make it entertaining.
accurate. Yeah, it's not very, very accurate. So
Right.
So yeah. So that's that show. I thought it was pretty sweet. You gotta check it out and let me know how you like it next week.
Okay. Okay. So for you,
So I gave you a legit show. Here comes my fucking banger.
I have two options. And considering you didn't shit all over the Outer Worlds, I mean, you did kind of, but I suppose I'll give you a good one. And if you have watched it, then we'll see from there. But
Sure.
So, have you seen Arrow?
A little bit, but I haven't like sat down and like watched anything on it. I couldn't tell you a single thing about it.
Okay. Well, Arrow might be...
Okay, so now you got to do The Office.
One of the best TV shows of all time. So, no, I'll give you that one. I had another one, but I know you'd get really angry at that. So, actually, you might not. We'll do that one later. But, yeah, Arrow, which is a superhero...
Yeah, that's DC too.
DC, yep.
Okay. Are they 45-minute episodes or 20?
They are.
Okay. So I'll do about 6 of those then. And you'll do about 6 of Lucifer's 45 as well. So
cool.
They both take place in the DC universe too, so that's dope.
There we go.
Yeah. So I love the actor that plays Lucifer. He's handsome, he's badass, he's funny.
Same. As Arrow, yeah.
Sure.
No,
okay.
same me, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. All right, guys. Booby time really dragged on there. Burt and I were pretty excited about our games, so we apologize for that. But Burt is going to watch at least 6 episodes of Lucifer. I'm going to watch at least 6 episodes of Arrow, and we will let you guys know what we think of our shows in the next episode.
Right. Sounds good.
So all that being said, you got a little story that you want to tell us, I see.
Oh, boy.
Wow, your real name's there, too.
It
fucking freaks me out.
I hope.
Wow, that fucking took me by surprise.
I hope that you'd like that. Yeah.
Should have put your fucking address and everything.
Yeah, to see if you're paying attention.
Yeah. All right, I'm good.
So,
hit us up.
You know what?
This story's going to be super short and not funny. I'm calling it.
So basically, do you mess around on Snapchat a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen like the little news feed on the end?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever look through that at all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've been getting into that. There's some fun little channels that I've subscribed to, and you just flick through them whenever you're bored. And one of them is like interesting animal facts and shit like that. Not even really facts, but like shit to do with animals, right?
Sure.
So usually it's just like dogs doing dog things. But this time I saw some crazy fucking shit, okay? And it struck me so much that I thought I needed to do a little National Geographic segment.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know much about this. Do you know much about hippos?
Can't say I'm a hippo connoisseur now.
Well, hippo is actually old Deimos from Assassin's Creed would have called him the river horse. Fun fact. In ancient Greece, they called them river horses. So that's cool.
Sure. A river horse,
They're the third largest living land mammal. Okay, 16 and a half.
Right after your mom. LOL, raffle. Oof, 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 oof.
That's fucked up. 5 feet tall and 7,000 pounds. Okay?
A hippo is 5 feet fucking tall?
Yeah, at the shoulder. They're only 5 feet tall.
What do you fucking mean only 5 feet tall? That comes up to my fucking... What?
Yeah.
5 feet.
5 feet tall. That's like
okay.
Minus your head. That's like to your shoulder.
I
Their
thought
shoulder's
hippos
to your
came
shoulder.
up to like your fucking hip.
Oh.
Hippos do not get to fucking 5 feet tall, you lying
Why?
bitch.
Does that sound like a lot or not?
Okay, listen, bitch. Hippos, I thought were literally like 3 feet off the fucking ground.
Oh, no. Hippos are big as fuck.
I know they're big as
Did you miss the
fuck.
7,000 pounds part?
I knew they were that fucking much, dude, but they're not fucking 5 feet tall. Maybe if they're sitting on their ass.
At the shoulder. So, like, to the top, like, to their back, basically.
Ha, 4.9 feet. Fuck off.
Yeah. So...
Holy shit, they're big as fuck.
Exactly. And National Geographic Kids, okay, says that they're herbivores. But in this video, I watched one of these little tanks destroy a fucking tiger. It literally picked the fucking thing up and, like, chomped it in half. Okay? These things... Okay, these things have foot-long tusks.
Dude, hippos fuck.
Foot-long tusks, okay? These motherfuckers... Okay, here's the other thing that I thought was interesting, is I see this video of him literally eating a goddamn... a tiger. They fuck with lions. They fuck with crocodiles. And... Actually, I have this more theatric. The only thing keeping these little bastards in check... are bull sharks. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, how the fuck does a river horse beat a bull shark?
Yeah.
Okay? Wrong. Okay? Not even bull sharks fucking win. Okay? Hippos fuck bull sharks up. But what I was getting at, okay? These little shits are so terrifying, and they literally only eat grass. So you know what that means? That means they kill other animals for fucking sport. Okay?
Yeah.
They don't do it to eat. They do it, like, I looked at a whole bunch of articles. They're like, if you're in between them and water or them and grass, you die. You standing there is you forfeiting your life.
Sure.
And it just struck me, dude.
These
the
things
worst,
are kind of terrifying.
The worst
to
part,
look at.
they can run 20 miles per hour.
I saw that. Fuckers can haul.
Yup. When you see those little feet just like scratching at the dirt, and you see their feet, they don't have like hooves. They have like fucking, they look like Arbiter from Halo's feet.
They got fucking football cleats on.
Yeah, it's terrifying. And you see them like, oh my god. They're amazing little creatures. And they have like, their sweat, it looks like fucking Gatorade.
Yeah, they
red.
sweat pink. I saw that.
Yeah. They sweat like red fucking paint, and it like moisturizes and sunblocks them.
They sweat red paint.
They sweat cherry Gatorade.
Okay.
But dude, these things, I've been looking these things up since I saw that video on Snapchat.
Sure.
And then I ended up having to stop watching the videos because I was starting to get sad. I just watched a tiger just get... It was like a snake. They just unhinged their jaws and just like... It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. So, yeah. No, that struck me. I'm like, people need to know about this.
Yeah.
So... Those are my 2 cents.
Sure. No, so I knew that they were super dangerous. I heard it's like out of all the animals that fucking kill the most humans, it's like hippos are by far the number one or something like that.
It's like 700 to 3,000 people a year, it said.
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't seem very high, but...
Yeah, and I heard that they are like some of the most aggressive animals on the planet. And... I mean, people are always scared of like a bear or they're scared of a shark. Usually if you can scare a bear off pretty easily or a shark or something like that.
Right.
Fucking hippo, you try to scare it and that fucking thing looks at you like, oh?
Right.
Oh?
Get in my belly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I have heard that, but I wasn't expecting that.
It's
Holy
terrifying.
shit.
Once I saw they fight sharks, I'm like, the shark has to be there, like predator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Come to find out, nothing fucking beats a hippo unless there's more than one of them. It's a 50-50. If they're like, hey, I'm going to go eat the hippo, it's a 50-50 you walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they have to bring friends. It's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Yeah. Yeah, these... I didn't know they got 5 feet tall to their shoulder, though.
Yeah. 16 and a half feet long is a lot.
Yeah, I saw they were like, that long, but 5 fucking feet, that's coming up to my shoulders.
Yeah. It's probably
and they're 17 feet long on top of that, 7,000 feet, and they can run up to... I don't even know if I can run 20 miles an hour, guy. Yeah. I seriously doubt it.
Yeah, that's something else they said. Can you imagine 7,000 pounds coming at you at 20 miles an hour? That's like literally a small train. Like,
yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, so I thought that I would enlighten everybody as to the fucking aliens we're living with on this planet.
Yeah, holy shit, y'all worry about fucking aliens on other planets and shit like that, but they're here right now in the fucking Amazon, don't they?
In Africa. It's mainly Africa.
Is it Africa? Yeah, no, it's definitely it's definitely that. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Yeah. So look under your bed.
Fucking boogeyman's not under there. He's fucking in bed with you because there's a fucking hippo under your bed, bitch.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No plus.
How much do you know about hippos?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I told you to come back with some tech news, and you came back with facts on hippos, so I'll let that one slide. That's a pretty good. I can definitely let that slide.
You can boogie with that.
You probably is that going to be your new thing now?
Maybe it's just going to be something random.
Yeah, just fucking
random fact.
Fucking National Geographics.
Nat Geo, baby.
Yeah, Nat Geo from Burt here. Okay. Cool. All right. So there's your dose on hippos. I think just going with the flow here, I'm gonna tell my story here. I already had that down there. Okay. Wow, we're smart. Thank you, Passburger.
Nice.
You're a smart man. All right. So, when we started doing this podcast, we definitely had different things that we were bringing to the table. I was the funny one. I was the entertainment one. I was the one that got pussy, and Burt would edit. So, no, I'm kidding. No, Burt definitely has more of a side with the technology. And the analytical kind of things and thinking all Socrates about everything. So it gets pretty fucking annoying. And then I was really big into history. So Burt was like into the science. I was more into the history. And I follow this great channel on YouTube called Weird History. And I've had a couple of stories in the past where I brought their stories to the podcast. I remember we talked about the 5-cent beer night or whatever it was in Cleveland, and then the giant fucking balloon fest, and the one weird musician that fucking made
the cult or whatever.
Yeah, he started his own religion, and he had like a song that was like 72 hours long or some shit like that. So, I love this Weird History channel, so I literally listen to what they say, and I just write down notes from what they say. So this isn't like me doing research. It's just listening to these guys talk. It's a great channel. Check out Weird History. They're funny. They bring up history in a very informative way, but in a very entertaining way. So this time we are going to talk about Cassius Clay. Do you know who Cassius Clay is, Burt?
No idea.
I have absolutely no idea either. So my goal is to literally listen to every single Weird History video. I listen to it when I'm in the shower, out of all fucking places. So when something good comes up on their end, I'm like, ooh, Daddy's got to write that one down. So Cassius Clay was a fucking badass. Let's just say that. So to start things off, Cassius Clay was the birth name of Muhammad Ali. I'm guessing you've heard of Muhammad Ali, but Muhammad Ali changed it because that was his slave name. And the funny thing is, the real-life Cassius Clay spent his entire life fighting against slavery, and he was a big abolitionist.
Okay.
So Muhammad Ali's like, no, I don't want that fucking name. That's my slave name. And Cassius Clay was literally one of the biggest fighters against slavery. So that's how that story starts off. But basically this guy was a dude in the 1840s or 1800s we should say, that was super against slavery, and he was a white male. Very uncommon for our U.S. history for that to be a big thing. So he was a highly efficient dueler, like where you go to duel someone out in the streets, which comes in really handy in the 1840s when you're an abolitionist, you know. So, so wait,
like a Red Dead, like a gun duel?
Yeah, dueling, where you stand out in the fucking woods or the street, I should say, and they're fucking whistling like a cowboy, and then they fucking kill. Yeah, this guy was really fucking good at it, and like I said, that's really good for being an abolitionist in the 1840s. Right. He founded an anti-slavery newspaper called The True Americans. This is about as radical as it fucking gets back in the time. This is like Trump saying LOL on fucking Twitter today. And we'll definitely jump into the True Americans paper in a little bit here, because there's these other things I want. But just remember, he literally started a fucking newspaper company that was talking about anti-slavery. So there was that. His father, Cassius' father, owned slaves. And when Cassius inherited the slaves, he set them all free. Get the fuck out of here. Go live your life. Let's go.
Very cool.
His family lost about $40,000 by him doing that, which is about $1.2 million today.
Yeah, holy fuck. Okay.
So he had about $1.2 million and everything, and he was like, no, fuck this. Fuck slavery. It's stupid. So he let all that go. And he didn't sell them off or anything like that. He literally just let them go.
Wow.
He definitely stuck to his word there. So this guy is super, super passionate about the like anti-slavery and going against it and everything like that. So because of that, he got lots of threats and attacks and things like that on him. He got a death threat in blood one time, and he is not one to take kindly to threats. So he put a bunch of defenses around the True American headquarters, True American being that newspaper company that he started. So this motherfucker installed 2 giant cannons that had nails and musket balls at the top of the stairs. He wasn't going to fuck around. He put an escape hatch for his employees in the building, and he stocked that fucking thing with rifles and pistols.
What a badass.
And he didn't stock them for everybody to have their own pistol. He stocked them because he planned on holding off the bad guys by himself while his crew sneaks out the escape hatch. And when they did escape, he would fucking blow up the building.
Oh my fucking God. Okay.
He wasn't about to fucking take this threat. I mean, he was like, fuck off. So big question is, did he ever have to do it? No. The building was attacked, but never had to fucking blow some bitch to the fucking ground. So
that's good.
I guess there's a reputation maybe going around that Cassius Clay's like, fucking try it, please. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Russell from Survivor, where he's sitting there with the fucking immunity idol on his neck. The necklace, and he's like, you're not going to do this. I dare you to come at me. I dare you to.
Yeah.
So moving on from that, Cassius Clay was giving some speeches, and some guy named Sam Brown was supposed to assassinate him. And Clay was shot, but then Clay pulled out a motherfucking Bowie knife, fought through all of Brown's allies with a bullet in his chest, caught up to him, and stabbed him. Then he gauged out his eye, cut off his nose and an ear. He wasn't done yet. After he did that, he picked up the motherfucker and threw him over a wall.
Okay.
So this guy's got shot and then proceeded to chase down the guy with the gun with his fucking Bowie knife.
Okay.
Then Mr. Clay got attacked later on. At another speech, he was confronted by 2 brothers. He was repeatedly stabbed, which is usually enough to kill a man, but Mr. Clay here is a really hard motherfucker to kill.
Oh, boy.
So he pulled out his knife. He lost his knife. They started stabbing him with the knife. He got the knife back, and then he chased them fucking down. I just love it. Come here, you son of a bitch! And he's got fucking blood going all over the place. He's probably shit his pants. Yeah, and he's fucking leaving footy. He's like, take me to the son of a bitch. Where the fuck are they? He ended up catching up with the ringleader and stabbed him into the afterlife, as Weird History likes to say it. So,
wow.
I fucking love this guy. And then the best part is Mr. Clay, Cassius Clay, never stopped giving speeches.
Damn.
He just kept fucking going with it. So, I think a lot of this badass thing comes from him fighting in the Mexican and American War. So he's definitely knows how to fuck with somebody. Okay. He definitely knows how to fuck someone, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Hell yeah. So he fought in the war there. That's where he got a lot of experience, but that might have led to why he dueled like a motherfucker. He literally would issue a duel challenge over everything. Apparently, some guys said Cassius Clay would fight the wind if it blew from the south side if he wanted to go to the north. So, if you fucking called him a bitch, you'd be like, fucking duel me. Let's fucking go literally out in the goddamn street where I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you. It's just like, wow, Cassius, you're having a fucking double cheeseburger. I'll fucking kill you. Let's fucking do it right now. Right. He literally would duel anybody. So, I guess it's rumored that he apparently killed more people in duels than anyone else in America.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is quite the fucking reputation to have, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So he apparently had more duels or killed more people in duels than anybody. But there's really no way to confirm that. So, but that's what some people think. He once scared a guy into suicide because he was supposed to duel him, and the guy just decided to fucking kill himself instead.
Wow.
So basically, the guy challenged Cassius to a duel, but the guy specifically made it so he challenged him on Cassius' wedding. He was getting married. I mean, he's kind of busy, so he wasn't able to show up to the duel. So this motherfucker goes, yo, this Cassius guy, he's a fucking bitch. I tried to duel him, and he was like, hey, fuck off, I'm not doing it. What a pussy, right? He literally starts spreading all these rumors that Cassius is a bitch and wouldn't duel him. Well, the rumors got to Cassius, and he said, all right, tomorrow, let's fucking go. You want to talk shit? Let's have a rematch. So the guy literally slit his wrist instead and died.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he cut the fuck out of his wrist and just killed himself. So
What the hell?
he's like, I'm not about to fucking do this.
Okay.
Cassius Clay apparently thought some people were going to rob a bank, and they did. I think it said 3 people were robbing the bank. He killed 2 of them and stopped the fucking bank from being robbed. Scared the shit out of the robbery leader. He fucking fled like a bitch. And he was 89 years old when he did that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That motherfucker stopped a bank robbery at 89 and killed 2 motherfuckers in the process.
Wow.
The best thing about him, I think, or one of the best things I should say, is he was almost the vice president to Mr. Abraham Lincoln.
Damn.
Yup. He ended up losing the VP vote, but he was involved in Lincoln's administration in other ways. So apparently Cassius was a big advocate to get Lincoln to sign for the abolishing or something like that. Yeah, so he definitely...
I never thought about George Washington, people doing yeehaw cowboy shit in that time. What the fuck? Abraham Lincoln? Oh my god.
15 presidents later, bitch.
Damn.
Yeah. So, apparently he was getting tired of Lincoln's bullshit about not abolishing slavery fast enough, so he resigned. What a badass. So fucking Lincoln to fuck off. You're taking too long.
Okay.
And then a really cool thing about him is he started a college with free tuition. Berea College? It's something like that.
Sure.
But it's a college that he started back in the 1800s. Like, he bought the land for it and everything like that. Free tuition, still runs to this day, and it's still free.
Wow.
Yeah. That's really cool. And the big thing with him is it wasn't like an all blacks college or anything like that. It was specifically for segregation, to where black and white people can all go to school together. And it said, there's a saying that he said that the school still lives off. It's like God is only of one blood, and it's the human race or something like that. So,
Dang.
this motherfucker, I mean, I tip my hat to this motherfucker. This dude was a badass, and he talked a lot of shit, and he backed up everything he said, but he could be serious and when it really mattered the most. So he was super passionate about something. Something that a white man really isn't that passionate about.
Right.
And I just think that's really fucking cool. So, to my knowledge, I mean, he seems like a badass. He might have been a fucking really bad slave owner and fucking hated black people for all I know. But the story they told about him on Weird History was badass. He ended up dying at the age of 92 of fucking natural causes.
There we go.
That's what ended up getting
That's
him
actually kinda
at
sad.
the end. Yup.
Shit.
Yup. Went
Could've got,
out
like,
kind
shot
of
19
normally.
times or something.
Yeah. Seriously. So that is Cassius Clay. He's a really fucking cool guy. And I just think that's super badass. I hope I can be that passionate about something. Seriously.
What the fuck happened to Muhammad Ali?
What about him?
Why was he brought up? Just that
Because
they
his
share the
name was
same
Cassius Clay.
They shared a name?
Yeah, his name was literally Cassius Clay.
Oh.
That was literally his name. He's like, I don't want that fucking name. That's my slave name. And Muhammad Ali was like a big advocate for like equal rights,
Obviously.
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then the same guy that he changed his name from was just as big into it, if not more into it,
Yeah.
as Muhammad Ali.
Oh, okay.
So
I see the
yeah,
tie-in. I'm like,
yeah, it's just more of his
there's
name's
not
literally
a punching
Cassius
going on
Clay.
in this story. What the fuck?
Yeah, his name was literally Cassius Clay. He's like, no, I'm not doing that slavery shit.
Okay.
And Cassius Clay's like, me neither.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm glad that was the pressing question that you had the entire time. You should have asked that a little bit earlier. But yeah, I mean, it was such a small part.
For him to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I just think that's really fucking cool. So,
No, that's
shoot me,
insane.
motherfucker, so he chases you with the fucking knife.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Damn.
I love that. So, that man was a badass. I love him. And speaking of a badass that I fucking love, Uncle fucking Scotty.
Whew. It's been a minute.
My Uncle Scott. I'm going to give you guys a brief update on Scott because there's really not a lot to go off of here. Apparently, he paid off of, or his community service is all done for when he stole a donut from Walmart. So,
Yeah.
he ended up doing a lot of community service. He's done with that. I told you guys that he got a job at Home Depot. He is no longer working there because he stole a hammer. No, I'm kidding. He got laid off because of seasonal work. So Scott was like, yeah, they told me that I could come back. Fuck you. Why the hell would I want to come back to this fucking shithole, he was saying.
Right.
So he's trying to get a job at some other restaurants as a dish boy, as a dish bitch.
Okay.
So he's trying hard to get a job. He's still riding a moped. He's still riding his hog, as he calls it.
That's good.
He took my little brother out to eat on the moped. I think I told you that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and my little bro had to ride in the back, and I was like, "Did you hold on to Scott's waist?"
Yeah. That's always so awkward. It feels so personal. I don't know if you've had to do it a lot, but it's very awkward.
You've rode on the back of mopeds with people?
No, just riding on the back of wheeled vehicles that don't have seatbelts, and you have to like basically hug the person.
I don't know about hugging.
It's really weird.
Your Burt is, he like leans into him and wraps his fucking arms around their chest.
Just licks their ear. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Dumb and Dumber when fucking Harry got frozen to the back of Lloyd.
Right.
Seriously.
No, it's always so awkward. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of too big to ride on it, being 24 and all, so I don't know how people
No, like
do
a
it, like every other
four-wheeler and
week or-
stuff. My cousin's like, here, just hold on to my waist. I'm like, we're boys.
What am I supposed to do? Use your cock as a fucking stick
Yeah.
shift? I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Did you like lean over like his shoulder?
The
and you,
e-brake.
like, looked around. He's like, "What the fuck?" And you're like, "We're boys."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not about this gay shit, but I'm definitely not about incest.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I had to ride in the back of the snowmobile with Scott one time, and I had to hold on to him. So
Yeah.
Here, grab my wrist. Grab my wrist. Grab my waist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I mean, he's doing that. He's looking for a new job now that Home Depot laid him off. And my brother told me that Scott came over to the house the other day because my brother's been helping Scott fix his moped. And Scott gave my brother $50 out of nowhere. I mean, that was really nice of Scott. Yeah, that was real nice. He wanted to pay my brother back for helping him. And my brother says that Scott went over there and he took a piss. And he came back in the house and he had fucking dribble marks all over his pants.
God damn it. Damn it, Scott.
I've said that. Yeah, I've seen that on Scott so many times. Scott, you pissed yourself. He's like, I always do.
Oh, man.
Literally.
Is this flicking technique not good, or he just can't get it out of his pants fast?
I just don't think he fucking cares.
He's like, I think we're done. We weren't done.
All right, I'm tired of standing here, so he puts his cock in his pants and continues to fucking piss.
That's horrible.
No, yeah, it's like little dribble marks. It's not like he keeps pissing.
I thought those pants were white.
I wonder if it's because he like grabs the sides of his cocks and just fucking starts shaking it like a rug that you're trying to get dust out of.
Probably.
Just starts flailing like all over the fucking place, and it's getting on his fucking shoes and his glasses and his mouth.
That's so gross.
That's another thing. Scott would always like, we'd have Christmas at the house and shit, and Scott would just go outside and piss. He wouldn't even piss in the bathroom. It's the weirdest fucking thing. He'd be getting his coat on and shit. Like, where are you going? He's like, I gotta piss. No,
Okay.
he has to walk past the bathroom to fucking go piss.
Then didn't he?
Nobody was in there.
He had like a piss window too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He would just like open the window and piss outside.
Yeah, he'd piss outside, or he would piss in garbage cans or in bottles and stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Doesn't feel like walking, so he just goes. I don't know why he would go outside, though. I never understood that. Like, he has to walk past the bathroom.
I don't know.
The guy's fucked. I mean, he really is. Yeah.
In his element.
Yeah.
He likes hearing
fucking
the crickets.
outside with cold balls. Yeah.
It helps him go potty.
Yeah.
Maybe he has like stage fright.
Yeah, maybe
he can't even be in the
what
same house.
He can't even be in the same fucking building. So he goes and pisses outside.
Yeah.
What if he got in his car and had to like drive like a half mile away or some shit?
Right.
He hopped on the moped, yeah.
That's insane.
Oh my goodness. So that is the update that we have on old Scotty boy. I definitely want to talk about Scott more, but he just hasn't been doing a whole hell of a lot, guys. So I don't know. I definitely want to get him on the show though. So
I know.
We'll see. He always says, "Let's go get cat food."
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Taco Bell, so one of these days I'll have to bring it up. I'll go buy you a taco if you come on the podcast.
Yeah, free of charge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So Scotty's been doing good. He hasn't been doing a lot, but his community service is up, and he's looking for a new job. So
hell yeah.
That's my uncle for you. And that is the BurtnBurger Podcast, everybody. We're going to start wrapping things up here. Hopefully we didn't bore you too much to death. I thought Burt was really going to kill us with that story, but he ended up fucking killing it for once. I mean, he did his fucking research on hippos. I
really
appreciate that.
I did.
Yeah. I'm going to look forward to that, where you're like, how much do you know about... And then it fucking just drops it. I wasn't expecting hippos. I love that. Maybe that can be your little segment where you're just like, how much do you know about blank?
Yes.
Just make sure it's not like a story or anything like that, because that's daddy shit with weird history.
I would butcher it anyway.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I have no doubt that you'd fuck the ever-living shit out of that. So, but other than that, guys, that's all we got for you on episode 37 of the BurtnBurger Podcast. Just a reminder, you can find us on YouTube and Spotify. We have the entire episodes up there, so you should totally check us out there. Leave us some likes, follow us on Spotify, and give us a sub on YouTube. Where else can they find us, Mr. Burt?
Yes, we have teaser clips every Thursday night or very, very early Friday morning on Twitter. And we have highlight clips on Sundays for TikTok, as well as video game content on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, TikTok's a lot of fun. Burt and I play a lot of video games together, and we have lots of weird fucking shit, like Lee and Clyde's fucking cocks talking to one another.
Yep.
So we post them on there, and we're going to start hopefully giving some voiceover commentary on those as well. Burt has a big file, big video of us talking about some shit, and we are happy to send it your way so you guys can check it out. So just bonus content everywhere, guys. Follow us wherever you can follow an individual, because we're probably there in one way or another. And make sure you guys are subbing, because like I said, we got some really cool projects, but we got to hit some milestones first before we start working on those projects. So we are, well, it's fucking October 1st now, because this is going past midnight. Holy shit, it's 1 in the goddamn morning.
It is
so
1 in the
we
morning.
are we have a few more months left. Burt and I have some goals that we would love to reach by the time the end of the year comes. So just start subbing away, and we can start making better content for you guys. We love doing this. It's lots of fun. We don't plan on stopping ever.
No.
I mean, Burt can graduate, get his big job. I can go on and get my doctorate degree, and Burt could go get his doctorate degree, and then we both, I don't know if there's a degree after doctorate, but we would still give you BurtnBurger content no matter what happens to us. So we're going to be here for the long haul, guys. We hope that you guys are here too. So with all of that being said, Burt, hit him with something inspirational real quick.
If you see a hippo, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Do not stand between it and fucking water. That's for certain.
Please.
Holy shit.
For our sake
your fucking
and for yours.
sake. Get the fuck away from hippos. So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the BurtnBurger Podcast. Corona's still a big fucking deal, so please wash your fucking hands, you piece of shits. I have to as well. So I like to, as Burt knows, I like to lick menus and shit, so I can work on that. So other than that, guys, that's all that we got for you. Thanks for listening, and we shall see each and every one of you beautiful souls in the next episode. Take care, fam.
Peace.